Happy Thanksgiving. Today, we pause as a nation to remember that everything is gift from loving God. Today is a national holiday. It is not, it's a secular holiday, it's not a Christian holiday yet. We are beginning our celebration with the celebration of Holy Mass. Because Thanksgiving is something that is essential for us as human beings. And no matter how bad we think things are for us, there are always many reasons to be thankful. You know, the first thing we need to thank God for is for the gift of life. God did not have to create any of us. It doesn't need to create you, it doesn't need to create me. But out of love, He created us. He created us, and not only that, God did not need to send His Son. Incarnation, God didn't need that. But He saw we needed it. And so He gave us the gift of His Son. Not only did He give us the gift of His Son, and His Son, out of love, suffered and died and rose from the dead for us. And apart from these blessings, there are all the blessings He gives us, He continues to give us every day. Many of them, we are not even aware of them. But because He knows we need those gifts, those blessings, He gave it to us. All of life is gift. Now just think of, the saying is, count your blessings. Do we ever stop to count our blessings? You see, we sometimes have this entitlement mentality. And so we don't see our blessings, we see only what we haven't got. And we complain. But it doesn't matter how things are bad for us. Our lives are filled with blessings. And you will always find someone you are better off than. My father once told me a story of something that happened. In fact, he even had names. He called the names of the people involved. And he said that, the early colonial days, Nigeria was colonized by the British. They were using forced labor to get any public work done, like road construction. There were no construction companies. So the style was they just gather, send word to community leaders and ask them the number of people, the number of young men they have to send to the site where the work is to be done. So on one occasion, they did as usual. They sent instruction. There was no consideration of whether there are enough young people, young men in the community to do the work. They just give a number. So in one community, they gave the instruction, and the young men there were, the number they wanted were more than the young men. So they were gathering everybody. And one of the people they sent to the site, had lost one eye, had just one eye. So when he was included in those who will go, he said he will not go. That is, he has only one eye. And the community told him, if you don't go, who else will go? Everybody else is going, and we are not enough. So you must go. So he refused to go. They carried him. They carried him on their head to the site. And then when they dropped him, he started looking around. He saw another person there who was totally blind. He had one eye. This man had none. It was only then that he fell down on the ground, raised his hands, and said, I thank you, Almighty God, that you only tried to strike me, you didn't actually strike me. He saw someone he was better than, and he began to appreciate the fact that he has only one eye. Because there are people who don't have any, and they are living, and may even be very happy. So don't never ever think that your world is the worst. Always be grateful. Always be grateful. You see, the highest prayer we say in the church is called the Eucharist. Eucharistic celebration. That's what we are doing now. What does Eucharist mean? Thanksgiving. That's the Greek word for thanksgiving. And thanksgiving should be it's not something we do for one day in a year. It's something that ought to be continuous in our life. And so let us rejoice and celebrate